Hey guys, I'm filming this on my iPhone, so I apologize if the quality isn't up to my usual par. um, I know it's been a while since I posted a video, but I'm sorry. Things, life. I know a lot of people have been curious to know what my love life has been like since I moved to Los Angeles. I know my YouTube channel. I mean, most of my followers, my subscribers, you guys followed me and found me from my last relationship with my ex. And some of you might not have even realized that we broke up well over a year ago because you know, I haven't been posting very often. So yeah, that's happened in case you didn't know. I've been in California for about a year and a half now. And yeah, so let me just explain it and tell you about what's going on and my feelings and thoughts right now. Because I just felt like sharing. So here we go. Um, so basically, when I moved here, I was very much in this mindset of like, I need to be single, getting out of a long term relationship and not having really been single as a like gay man. I mean, bi, but like I'd been single chasing after women, but never really single chasing after men, dating men, hooking up with men, stuff like that. So I felt I needed, as some people more crudely put it, I needed to go through a slut phase. I don't think I went through a slut phase. Also, no slut shaming, please. People are entitled to do what they want and have sex with whoever they want as long as it's consensual. Also, just before anyone asks, so these like dots all over my neck and even like that one on my head, like these are not hickeys. Don't get your hopes up. It's just I got this like skin condition where when I take like warm showers or like work out and get sweaty or swim in like a warm lake or a warm pool or whatever, my skin just gets these like red spots. Some of them are like they have hives, they get itchy, they go away in like 30 minutes. They might, so it's fine. So anyway, um, so I moved here like that, and I met a few boys from Grindr and even a couple in real life, and had some fun times and some not, mostly fun times, honestly. Not, I didn't really have any bad experiences, but yeah, they were just experiences and just life. And some of those boys I still talk to. Some of them were like one and done. Some of them, have faded out, whatever. But when people ask me like what I was looking for, I'd be pretty much open and honest and say like I'm just looking to meet people, make connections, and just see where things go. And I'm not looking for a boyfriend. Like I don't have that, like I'm not trying to find a label because I've long always felt that as someone once told me, love will find you. You don't really go out and find it. Also, by the way, I noticed this little tattoo on my arm. That one, it's a little gay snake. Hold on, where does it go? There it is. You guys can't really see it too well, but it's a little rainbow snake. I actually got that done by Ethan Heathcote because he's doing tattooing now, and I thought that was incredibly awesome, and he's such a talented artist and everything, so I wanted to support him. So the moment he opened up bookings, I was like, yes, and I jumped on it. I didn't even know what I wanted to get. I just came to this like the night before we came up with it. And I think it looks really cute. So anyway, so yeah, so that was the approach that I had. I don't think that if you like are looking for a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you're going to really find one that's successful. At least my experience, like I've generally tended away from sites like Tinder and like Bumble or those like Match.com, like those websites that like try and tout perfect compatibility and you're gonna find your next future partner, because I feel like that's so much pressure to put on a situation. Like you're meeting somebody for the first time and you're trying to evaluate if you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody. Like that's so much pressure to put on a situation, and I don't like that. I don't think that's how natural connections will form. So yeah. So that's how it had been for a long time. And I've been telling people people I've been meeting, friends, that I'm just not really ready or looking for a relationship, a partnership, to date somebody. I need to focus on me and healing myself, and making sure that I can be the best supportive person for somebody else, and I can't do that if I'm not taking care of myself, right? And so that's how I was for the majority of the last year and a half that I've been here in Los Angeles. However, as I previously said, sometimes I feel like, you're not looking for love, but it finds you. And so about 2 months ago, I met this guy, and we met on Grindr. He was the one who hit me up, and he was really attractive, in my opinion, like really cute. I really, really thought he was cute. And so we started talking, and once we started talking, he told me that, he's ultimately looking for his next partner in life. Whereas I told him what I just previously said, like I'm just looking for, to make connections with people and just see how the vibe goes. And, if it turns into something more fruitful, then great. If not, then great. It's whatever. And he was like, yeah, I really appreciate, like, I respect that viewpoint and kind of agree with it and everything. But still, I mean, he said he was looking for his next partner. So taking that to heart, I kind of started looking at this, the us starting to date as something, potentially working towards maybe something more long term. And I started to allow myself to kind of be open to dating someone again and caring for somebody again. And I mean, we seem to really click. We seem to really connect. We had a lot of similar interests, but also a lot of different interests. And I feel like that was really exciting because, I mean, we got along a lot about a lot of things. We could relate over a lot of things, but yet there was a lot of things that were unique to us. And I love that because, like, I think that two partners should have their own separate lives and should not be mirror image. Like, if I could clone myself, I would never date my clone because that would be boring and conflicting. And, like, I feel like you just need to partners need to have their own thing, their own space, their own passions that are independent of the ones that are shared with their partner. And also, it potentially could open me up to a whole world that I'm not experienced with. I don't, he was very much into like the arts, and he wrote poems every day. And like, I'm not a big poetry person, and I look at a piece of art and I look at it for its pure aesthetics. I don't look at it for the deeper meaning. And so it was really exciting to me to think about like the potential of like expanding my worldviews and my perceptions, and being exposed to new things and new areas and new ideas. And likewise, there's things that I'm passionate about and interested in. And I feel like we could have really complemented each other well. And we were going along at a decent rate. He had told me about some of his past and how he moves more slowly, or he's very cautious and protective of himself. And so I understood and respected that. I'm the kind of person who, and I recognize that this is partly a fault, which is why I've been willing to move slower, but I'm the kind of person who, like, I slip quickly, I fall hard and quickly for somebody, and I would prefer, like, my ideal would be, like, I meet somebody and then we spend the next 3 days spontaneously, like, unseparated together, and just make immediately memories and stuff like that. And that's just, I don't know, that's how I would approach things. But in the past, that's hurt me because it's caused me to rush into relationships with people who ultimately were not a true good pairing for me. And so that's partly why I've been so kind of tapping the brakes a little bit and trying to go slower. And So I've been trying to communicate. I thought communication is important, so I tried to, explain where I'm coming from and get a sense of where he was coming from and try and meet in the middle. And I thought we were doing pretty well. Um, he had told me things like I'm the first, like, and only boy he's, like, had come over to his apartment and, like, spend the night in his bed. And, I felt like that was special and meaningful, and it just reinforced this, like, natural energy that I felt that we had. But last week, after, like, one night, I went over to his place and we made dinner together, and his roommate was there, and we, like, I thought we were getting closer, and we cuddled, and I spent the night. And then we had, like, a dinner date last week that I thought really went well. And at the end of the dinner date, he was like, "So how are we doing? Like, how's it going?" And I thought I was honest. I thought we were doing pretty well. We haven't, discussed being exclusive or anything like that. But, I told him that, pretty much since I started talking to him, I haven't been on Grindr. I haven't, been looking for anybody else. In fact, other people have come up in my life, trying to, like, hook up with me, and I've just been like, actually, as of right now, I kind of have feelings for this guy, so I don't really want to hook up with anyone right now. Sorry. And then I just started getting this vibe that he was pulling away, and he was, like, putting distance, and it was like, when we met for dinner, like, we didn't kiss, like, when we met, like, we hugged, and I'm like that, our connection started with a lot of romantic energy, and then it just felt like he was trying to sap it all away, and in my mind, it was defense, but I don't know. I don't really know. So long story short, after a kind of distant weekend, I said, hey, I feel like you're pulling away from me and stuff like that. And I don't know. He decided that he would rather pursue friendship with me right now. And I've allowed myself to imagine what life, I started to fantasize about, like, what life could be like, after making dinner and getting dinner and, like, dating. And to some degree, when I moved to Los Angeles, like, I didn't move to live in this apartment by myself where I have all my meals by myself, and, if I have a day, many days can go by where I don't interact with basically anybody. This is not the life that I envisioned for myself in Los Angeles, but it's the transition life that I've been living, and I fully accept that, and I understand that I'm going through a transition, and this is how it's going to be for a little bit. And so when I finally met this guy, I was, like, starting to kind of appreciate, like, or fantasize about what life could potentially be like for me here in Los Angeles, like the life that I more envisioned for myself when I moved, like going on these cute dinner dates after work and, making plans, and I don't know, I started to allow myself to really kind of fall for this guy, and then for him to just turn around and be like, actually, I can't pursue anything but a platonic friendship with you right now. It just hurts, and I honestly, I know myself, I know where I am and how I've allowed my kind of heart to open up to him. I can't pursue a friendship with him. I don't want to just be his friend. I can't imagine, because we haven't even done anything like that. I can't imagine going how would that even look? After having basically been dating for 2 months, how do you go to being someone's friend? Like, yeah, we're gonna go hang out someplace with other people now, which is something that we haven't really done much, other than, like, 1 or 2 times we've hung out with another friend, like, and then I'm gonna look across from you and look into your eyes and not feel that, like, lusting desire building up inside of me. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, as, like, sad it is, I mean, I've been crying over this, I'll be honest, like, as sad as it is, I guess that's just how life goes sometimes, and, I'm really gonna miss him. I'm really gonna, like, I'm really sad that this is ending, because I thought that we had some potential, but you know, if he's not ready, if we're not ready, then so be it. I'm not going to chase after somebody who doesn't want to be chased. I'm not going to spend more of my time waiting for somebody, because I've spent a lot of my time in my life so far waiting for people, and I know I'm worth more than that. I know that there's a lot of people out there, a lot of people who comment on my Instagrams and thirst traps on Instagram, which, by the way, if you made it this long, 15 minutes, 45 seconds, congratulations. If you didn't already know, I have a second Instagram account. It's called Lafond666, and I post selfies on there, and sometimes I post a lot more thirsty selfies, or a lot more revealing selfies, although they stay PG-13. Nothing's X-rated, because, you know, it's Instagram. I don't have an OnlyFans. I'm not going to make an OnlyFans before you ask. But anyway, you guys show me so much love and support, and I appreciate it, and it means so much to me. And there's so many people out there who are so caring and so kind, and show me so much that I don't honestly feel like I deserve. But thank you for everyone who stuck with me. Thank you to everyone who still supports me, and I try to radiate as much as I can of that back. So yeah, that's what this video is, just me decompressing, letting go, just sharing my life. So thank you. I hope, I don't know, you find some solace in this. Maybe you can relate to this feeling. If you have any advice, feel free to leave in the comments below. And yeah, I'll try and get back into making more videos. Trust me, it's like, I love YouTube. I love the connection. I was never into YouTube to grow my fans. I was never into YouTube to be an influencer. I only really ever did YouTube to share my thoughts in the world and connect with people. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And I still have, every single day, believe me, I think about making more videos, and I think about topics and how I want to share them and talk about them. And maybe this will kick me to get myself into gear. You don't need fancy gear to make YouTube. You don't need an iPhone is good enough. So if you're thinking about making video content, do it. Do what you want to do. Don't let people stop you and hold you back. And I hope you all have a wonderful hump day. It's Wednesday. Happy hump day. I'm not humping anybody as much as I wish I could be. So, all right, beautiful people. Stay safe, stay happy. Love you guys. Bye.